Welcome back to Building Trust with Built Environments. It's the day you guys have all been waiting for. We are here at the ICC NTA testing facility to set some building products on fire.
In this video series, we'll start with an introduction to the process used to test building products for fire resistance. Next, we'll watch our first fire test for NFPA 285 and watch it burn. Last up, 2 additional tests for E119. Are you ready? I know we are.
First up, let's check in with Jarrett Davis, Principal Building Scientist with Built Environments, to learn more about fire testing building products. Hey Jarrett, so I know that this is your happy place. So why don't you tell our audience what makes you so excited to get to share this experience with them?
You're right, Bree. This is my happy place. We're real excited to be back here at ICC NTA. I've been here so many times and have a great level of respect for all the professionals that work here so that we can ensure that our homes, buildings, and building products are safe with regards to fire. We at Built Environments chose to bring 2 clients' products here for fire testing due to the accuracy, reliability, and professionalism of the team in their facility. This facility is one of the few in the country that enables building product manufacturers to test their building materials in real-world scenarios for fire and water. Doing so helps them, and consultants like us, learn about our products and their applications in ways that support improved building codes nationwide and internationally. But also, lighting stuff on fire is just pretty darn fun. So I'm excited to share that experience with our audience.
I can tell that you love this. So the purpose of this test is really part education, part research, and part keeping people safe. So I can definitely get behind that. So what has the process been like preparing for this week?
Over the past 3 months, our team and our partners have been hard at work designing, planning, and preparing to perform these tests. There's a lot of thought, time, and yes, cost. Our team at Built Environments has done this so many times that we've developed best practices to walk our clients and their products through fire testing using the most cost-effective and valuable methods available.
Right, and we want to make sure that there is no detail left behind. And I know our team at Built Environments is guiding our clients through the fire testing process here, but we aren't alone. So I'll be interviewing some other important people that are involved here shortly. But before I do that, what's Built Environment's relationship with some of these other people involved in fire testing?
Well, firstly, we were hired by our client who was seeking assistance with the fire testing process. Sometimes they know exactly what they need and want, and other times it's a bit of an education process. But either way, we're here to be their guide. Generally, the client is a product manufacturer, or in some cases like this week, it's a US company representing an international manufacturer seeking fire test approvals in the US for their product. In any case, we define the criteria needed for testing and bring on other consultants and partners needed to complete the testing. But there are a lot of code sections that relate to these tests, specifically chapters 6 through 9 and 14 and 26. It really depends on which test we're running for E119 or NFPA 285 as far as which code section that we actually reference. Specifically talking about our partners, we should really introduce several of them. First being Priest & Associates, which provides us with engineering judgments, test plans, and the elements that we need for after the testing as well. And the other one being, of course, ICC NTA, which is one of the labs that we work with for the testing process itself. I'll be happy to introduce you to some of those folks as we work with those who participate in this process as well.
Awesome, thanks for that. I'm really looking forward to it. Now let's go and see what some of these partners have to say about their roles in the fire testing process. I'm here with Joe Briski, project engineer with ICC NTA, who oversees the large-scale fire test lab. Joe has been nice enough to show us around the facility, which is very interesting. But Joe, I wanted to ask, how long have you been working here at the facility, and what does your job encompass?
So I've been here for 4 years since our inception, prior to becoming fully operational. I've primarily oversee all the large-scale fire testing that encompasses ASTM E119 and their sub-test methods, as well as the NFPA 285 on our intermediate-scale multi-story apparatus.
One thing I did want to know, is there anything unique about this facility?
Age of our facility, it's brand new. We're just over 4 years. It's one of the newest fire testing facilities in the industry. So we're constantly growing, changing up how we do things within the test methods, evolving, adding furnaces and different equipment to encompass all of our clients' needs.
Joe, we're sharing this video and information with a wide group of people in the industry who may not know where to get started. So with all your experience, what are some recommendations and steps that you would give to them?
So ICC's evaluation service, they are a great resource to establish what kind of direction our clients may need to move forward with the testing. We have plenty of professionals at our other test labs that have been in the industry for many years that could point them in the right direction. We also work with a number of third-party consulting groups that can put together comprehensive test plans that we will then receive and execute based on the needs of the client to get them closer to certification.
Very cool, very cool. Thanks for sharing that information with us, and we are going to be seeing you very soon for our big fire test, so thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you.
All right, I'm joined now with Mike Luna of Priest & Associates, who is with us on site supporting our testing process for the NFPA 285 and E119. Mike, I understand you actually used to run this facility and now you're back in a different capacity, so I'd love to hear what your journey through the fire testing world has been.
Sure. I've been testing for over 25 years. Worked for 10 years at Southwest Research. I moved over to Intertech and started managing their fire testing business. It actually took me over to Dubai, where I started a certification and inspection service. And then I moved back to the US in 2017 and I joined ICC NTA, where they wanted me to build a fire lab. So I opened up the lab that you are here now. Priest & Associates is also a consulting firm that has about 125 years of testing experience with all our partners.
Wow, so you've really have seen it from all sides. But 25 years in this, what was fire testing like when you first got started? Did they have all the same tests, all the same codes and protocols, or was it really different?
The oldest test methods, they've been around for hundreds of years. So we have seen the progression over time by being active in the fire test standards protocols. And so we help develop them, and we use a lot of R&D testing that we do in the labs, and we take it to these test code standard development committees, and we update the standards to new innovative products that are coming out in the market. So it's been a journey, yes. It's a very old industry, and there's a lot of testing that has gone on to where we are today. The standards are constantly being updated.
Wow, so you've really influenced the industry from all fronts, it seems like. But now that you're working on the consulting side, how has your relationship changed with fire testing?
Well, from the fire testing perspective and the lab perspective, they are considered third parties. So there's not a lot of influence that you can do to customers trying to get their products approved. From a consulting standpoint now, I have taken all the experience that I've had and use that to help customers get through the process even faster. Even bringing some value into writing some judgments to allow for extensions of data. So there's a lot of things that I've seen over my time in fire testing that I wasn't able to help with customers with in the past. And now as a consultant, I'm able to do that.
So that's great, Mike. It sounds like you've obviously seen a lot of products come through your facility and just the fire testing process in general. What kind of recommendations would you have for product manufacturers that are just getting started and needing this type of test?
Well, first is to know the market. A lot of times I have customers come that don't understand or know where to go with their product. Sometimes they come up with a great idea. And to develop a process and a program for that product, you really have to know where you're going and target a particular market. If you don't do that, then you can get overwhelmed with trying to cover everything. And it's very, very costly if you try to do that.
And just last question, just so the audience knows, how many tests of these fire tests do you think you've seen in your life?
Wow, good question. A lot. So I would say easily over 1,000 tests.
Wow.
So it's been a long journey, and I think it's been a fruitful journey. I've seen a lot of products, and I'm happy to serve the fire industry. You know, it's a very important aspect of the built environment. Safety is always number one, and I think with new innovative products coming into the market, it's really fun.
Me being a consumer, I'm blown away by what I've seen in the in-depth, just robust tests that you all have built. It's very, very impressive. So we're really lucky to have you here, and thank you for joining us today, Mike. All right, let's check back in with Jarrett and see how the preparations are going for these tests themselves. Welcome back, Jared. And I could just have to say, I love getting to meet this great team of people you have working together to help our clients through this testing process.
Absolutely, Bree. I've been working with these folks for a long time, nearly a decade. And we've assembled the A team here to get this fire testing done. It's one of the things we at Built Environments offer to our clients. It's not just doing the testing, it's putting all the pieces and people together to design and ultimately complete the testing.
Well, I have to say, this is definitely building trust for me. And if you are watching this and want to get our experts' help with your own product testing, send us an email. We're here to help. Next up, we'll show you the NFPA 285 and the E119 Fire tests as they're happening here in the lab, so stay tuned.